Welcome back to the High Speed Garage. Thanks to Contrast Printing and Riverston Radios for keeping this garage open. How's it going, boys?
Riveting.
I'm good. I've had a good weekend.
Same. Busy, very busy.
Well, I had to do a couple of little... Well, the plan was to have a couple of little things done this weekend, gone, because next weekend we're going boat racing.
Yeah.
Just without boats.
Yeah,
All three of us
not
aren't
with our
going
boats,
without boats.
but going to watch again.
Yeah.
I might help Simon, maybe.
Suck shit.
See how the beers taste in the bath.
Yeah, well,
I might get persuaded into there.
I'm not going to have to be. I'm not going to have to be blowing the breath out if I'm only running around with a camera. I'll be fine.
I'll be getting a beer as soon as I get there.
Yep.
Because I've got nothing to do.
Oh, I'm silly and sign myself up for all sorts of shit all the time. Tell you what, I had a fuck up on Sunday morning. So the plan was to take the kids go for a drive. Everyone had COVID in the fucking house, so we like everyone was feeling shit. So thought, I'll take them for a drive into the city, go around,
Spread it to everyone else.
No, like go for a drive and just
Share
the kids
the
can
car.
sort of keep an eye out, like have a look on what's going on from the car. We were there having breakfast and I dropped a couple of sultanas on the ground. Fucking means nothing, right?
I think I know where this is going.
My dog ate two of them and I was like, oh, whatever. Like, it's a little toy poodle or whatever it is. Kid's dog. Anyway, so I laughed at Amanda about how the bloody sultanas have dropped on the ground, and the dog smashed them up. She goes, "Oh, they're fucking poisonous." So she fucking shipped me off to the vet to get the bloody sultanas taken out.
Yeah.
So supposedly it actually like destroys their kidneys and liver and
I
shit
think
like that.
two would be all right, but
I would have thought so too, but the vet got paid, so
Yeah.
he was probably pretty keen on getting them out.
That's not where I thought that conversation
You thought it was going to be shit.
No, I thought you picked these sultanas up and fucking ate them, and you picked up a little fucking rabbit nugget or something at the same time.
No, I don't eat off the floor.
Yeah, I have heard the same thing about the sultanas being bad for dogs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I was.
aren't
not-
they dried grapes?
not there. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't give dogs grapes, but
Yeah. Well, I
like
think
one or
it's the
two is
same
not
thing.
going to hurt them.
Yeah, I would have thought two sultanas wouldn't have mattered.
I would have sucked it and seen.
Look, it probably would have been fine, but yeah, if the dog was still sleeping when it was supposed to be awake tomorrow morning, I reckon I'd be in pretty deep shit.
Yeah. You can't fix that. You can't just go to the shop and get another one.
No, that wouldn't have been popular.
Was the bill heavy?
It was $200.
Well,
Like,
that's
look,
not
$200
too bad, I
I-
suppose.
What'd they do?
They give it this injection to make it vomit, and then they give it another injection to reverse it. That was it.
Yeah, right.
Made the dog vomit it all up and then reversed it up and sent it home. Couldn't eat till dinner time. That was it.
Yeah, right.
It's pretty easy. I was expecting more, to be honest with you.
Full surgery. cutting it
Sunday
open.
would have been worse.
Hey?
Sunday would have been worse.
Well, yeah, the fact it was Sunday, I expected worse.
Oh, he's on a Sunday.
It was Sunday morning, yeah.
Oh, right. I think it was Saturday.
So, Vineyard Vet, just near the, what's that, the Tourmaline.
They're the
Oh,
only
yeah.
one open, aren't they?
Oh, could be.
Yeah.
On the way back, boss lady sent me into that new Carmel Village joint
Oh, yeah.
at front of Box Hill. Walked into Aldi's, got a couple of things. Walked out of Aldi's, went to the car, put the basket in the car, drove home, got out of the car, brought the basket inside, put the basket down and realised I still had the basket from Aldi's.
Brilliant.
That'll get used in the shed for
I
something.
know.
It's already been used. I meant that's why I mentioned the basket a few times because no one else would have picked up on it.
I got a couple of Woolies ones at home.
I got Bunnings ones.
Got different shit in them.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, they're really good.
I got one full of golf balls. Like chock-a-block full of golf balls. I don't even play golf.
What, you've just gone around when you've played golf and picked up everyone else's shit or what?
Nah, someone gave them to me. I can't even remember where the fuck they come from. But there's a set of golf shoes in it and everything.
Yeah, right, you don't need them.
Nah.
But realistically, that'd be a good thing to take down to Dargle and just go take a shitbox club down and just smack balls.
Yeah.
Well, you think how
Done that a
funny
few times.
how funny is it going to be when Chris is doing the mowing?
No, you hit them across the river.
I'm purposely putting them in the grass.
Yeah,
That's because you can't make the river.
the stuff that's just long enough that you can't see it.
It's only plastic. Plastic and rubber bands. What did you get up to, Mick?
I had a massive weekend. I did heaps of stuff. So, started on Friday. I got educated on how to rebuild a PSI supercharger.
Good workshop, that.
So I thought I had an issue with mine, which I'm still not convinced I didn't. But anyway, I took it round to Newbie's place and showed him it in the morning, and we sort of pulled it apart and did it all while I was still there. Did it all morning. Took a couple of hours, and couldn't find anything wrong. So don't really know what was playing up with it, but I'm now educated. Wayne probably wasn't real happy because he probably had heaps of other work to do.
He was probably keen on palming that job off to later on.
But no, he was nice enough to let me work in the workshop and pull it apart and cleaned it all up and put it all back together. And he checked it all, put it all in his mill and made sure it was straight and put the rotors in the lathe and polished the ends up and done all that. And yeah, so I'm happy he let me do that.
So would you be comfortable in pulling it apart and doing it all yourself now?
Yeah, I reckon I would be.
Pretty
The only thing is you need the right tools. Though. Like he's got all the nice pullers and everything to pull the cases and that off. It just would make life so much easier. Like if I was trying to do it at home, it'd be a pain in the ass. Yeah. Unless I made my own little slide hammers and stuff to pull the cases and that off. But the rest of it was all pretty simple.
Jason Cook sent me a video the other day of pulling apart a roots top blower. Man, they do it between runs.
Yeah.
In the drag racing.
Yeah.
Man, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Like, they come apart pretty easy.
Yeah, I was asking him all the questions all along the way too, and what's the difference between the B, the C, the D, and there's a couple of different Ds, and what tension to do these bolts, what tension to do them bolts, and yeah, he was telling me all the way. So I'm pretty confident I know how to do the whole thing again if I need to.
It's a pretty good wealth of knowledge as long as your brain works and you can remember shit.
Yeah.
The amount of things that he told me.
Some people like that too. They don't want to tell you or want to help you because they want to do it all.
Keeps the work for themselves.
Yeah. Well, Wayne's got that much work in front of him. Then
yeah. Well, he said he used to be the certifier for the top alcohol blowers. So every blower that was on a car here had to go to him to get certified. Yeah, wow. Which is probably why he's got where it was set up in the thing, he's got this nice little vise that the blower goes onto and it rolls around and all the tools are hanging right there. You can just grab them. You don't have to go anywhere or do anything. Yeah, it was super easy. Like I said, it only took a couple of hours, and that was like me learning the whole way, asking a shitload of questions. And he was going off every now and then to set up a machine to do some runs with something or whatever, and yeah, just left me to it in the room. So yeah, that's all good. So now I'm lifting the engine out anyway, just to check the bottom end because it hasn't been checked the whole time we've been testing, just to make sure there's no issues.
Still want to leak it down with mine?
Nah, well, I can't. I sort of can't now because the blower's not on it. I'll have to get it out anyway to rotate it round.
Yeah,
but yeah, I might do that
after
once I get it out and do whatever else. Have another go. And I did learn something when you're leaking down, which I didn't know until the weekend. When you obviously wind it around to top dead center, you can put the leak down gauge on there, and while it's on there, just rock the engine backwards and forwards to square the piston up, because sometimes the piston may be slightly rocked in the bore, and then the rings aren't quite sealing the bore properly. So rock it so the piston squares itself back up. And they said your leak down will come down if the piston's not, like if you square your piston up, your leak down will come back down. So next time I do it, I'll be trying that, see how that goes.
To dead zero my engine too.
Yeah.
That'd be right.
And then what did I do after that? Oh, Saturday night I went out with some friends. Went out in Penrith, got on the piss. That was all right. It was a bit of fun.
The photos looked like you were in a friggin' rooftop bar.
We were.
In Penrith?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I didn't know there was one there, but they did. It was fucking expensive, though, because they pretty much only sell cocktails up there. Well, they sell other shit as well, but you're up there in that kind of environment. What do you have?
All you're drinking is cocktails, yeah.
Anyway, that was all fun. On Saturday too, I watched Saturday morning. I watched the Do you get into the boxing?
No, not really.
Not really. I watched the Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano fight Saturday morning. I watched their other fights, and man, these two Sheilas have to be the best two women boxers on the planet, and they were fighting each other. And their first two were like crazy, blood pissing out of them everywhere, like they were going to town on each other. So I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm watching this third one." And it was a good fight if you're really into the boxing. Like it was, everyone was really controlled, doing their own thing, but there was no blood and all that shit like the last couple. But the commentators were saying because they'd been so banged up twice before, they were really calculated on what they were doing because it wouldn't take much for them to open up in them same spots where they had before. But yeah, if you go back and watch their first two fights, you'll see how crazy they are. Eh? But yeah, that was like I said, it wasn't a bad fight, but yeah, I was kind of expecting it to be like the first two. And so Katie Taylor, she's the Irish Sheila. She won all three fights. So she's a mean looking bitch too. Like she looks fucking scary.
Yeah, I can't imagine the female boxers being any less rough than the male boxers. Like I don't
know, there's some pretty fucking smoking hot
pretty good looking ones.
Yeah. The other one, like Amanda Serrano, she's I wouldn't say she's like the hottest thing on the planet, but she's not bad looking. And there's nothing really wrong with Katie Taylor either. She just looks fucking mean. Looks like she would fucking bash anyone.
Don't want to get on the wrong side of her.
Yeah, and Amanda's from Puerto Rico, and I think she trains with Jake Paul. Like she trains out of his gym. So yeah. But if you get a chance, definitely go and have a look at them fights because they were fucking. The first two were awesome. And then Sunday we went for a ride, didn't we, Joel?
Yeah, rode up to had to pick some RC gear up off Omen Race Engines.
Yeah. Took our bikes for a ride.
Probably be a sponsor of the podcast, I would sort of think by now. Surely
he does by helping me out.
Yeah, I got a bit of an education up there too. It was a weekend for educating.
Oh yeah, measuring some propellers and stuff up there.
Pretty
as well.
smart, smart dude, eh?
He is.
Yeah, he's good.
He's very. He thinks a lot. He's like me. You think about what actually goes on, not just say, "Oh, this does that because I did that." You think about why that does that.
Why it did it? Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a good ride. That bad pile up on Hawkesbury Bridge.
As we're riding up, because we didn't go on the M1 at all. We just Pacific Highway the whole way up, and as we're going over Brooklyn Bridge, like on the lower side, we could see these cars all piled up at the top. Joel thought it was a fucking car carrier because there was cars on top of other cars.
She was a proper pile up.
Yeah, there would have been at least 6 cars involved.
Oh yeah, at least I reckon there was 6 on the bottom and there was one up on top, and that's fucking carnage. It must have happened a fair while before we got there, but the ambulance was only just getting to them.
Yeah, okay. It kind of ruined our ride a bit because a lot of cars deviated off onto the old Pacific Highway, so you can't really get into it that much. But it took us a little while to get up there. Yeah,
but I think we dawdled a fair bit.
Yeah,
we stopped for probably more than half an hour having something to eat.
Yeah,
coming back was fast, but
you guys stop at that cafe in the middle of the bush or somewhere else?
Yeah,
Mount White.
Yeah, Mount White.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of somewhere else. Just after the Brooklyn Bridge, you take off there. I think we were diverted, so you sent up.
It would be that one. It's the only one there.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of the bush, like.
It sort of is in the middle of the bush, yeah.
I can't even think of the friggin' name of it.
You probably wouldn't know. I can't remember the name of it either, actually.
No, I'd have to look it back up. But yeah, it's...
you probably wouldn't know it's Mount White either.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a message from Corey later on this week going, you're a dickhead, this is where you were.
Yeah, that's... Which way were you heading?
We were heading from Raymond Terrace, heading home with a race boat, and the freeway was completely closed off just after the Brooklyn Bridge. So it took us up. There was the next exit after the Brooklyn Bridge, I think it was.
After, as in
per hour.
Heading home, heading back to Sydney. It's
that's Barrow then.
that big sweeping left-hander. It goes over the top of the really tall.
Yeah,
but Barrow is a town you drive through. This wasn't. It was like a bush track. Like it was Pacific Highway, but it was bush track.
Yeah, the Pacific Highway is on that side of the.
There's no
bridge
shop
as well.
There's no shop there after the Hawkesbury Bridge heading Sydney, but
Yeah,
you drop straight into Barrow.
Yeah, I know. I cannot think of where it was now. Like I can't think back of where it was. So I'm buggered on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
We took Dill for a ride with us as well.
Yeah. We come back a bit. We spent a bit too long at Omens and rode back in the dark.
Yeah, that was fucked.
Freeway was open?
Yeah.
Well, we went down.
We went
through Peach Ridge down Mangrove Mountain.
I don't like riding on the highway. Joel likes it because he's got a gay Harley that just sits there and does nothing. But Dylan hates it more than me because he's got a bike like mine, but it's only a little 250.
And he's only on his L's.
Yep.
But we did ride on the freeway from
Morisset to
Peach Ridge.
Yeah. As soon as I got on the highway, because Dylan, we filled up our bikes, and then so Dylan pissed off. We said, you go because we'll fucking catch you. So he left. And then
that's what sucks about being an L plater. You're restricted to the speed.
Yeah. By the time we sort of caught him, Joel pulled in and slowed up to wait with Dill, like cruised down the highway with Dylan. And I thought, fuck, I'm glad you fucking did that because I didn't want to. If Joel kept pissing off, I would have felt like the prick that's got to stay with Dylan. But because he didn't, I was just like 140, 150, just get me the fuck off this highway all the way to the fucking exit. Then I stopped at the exit and waited for these two because I fucking hate the highway.
Yeah, just cruising slow just sucks.
Oh, it's not even that. Fun. It's just all the other cars and fucking it's just shit. I hate it. I just buzz past everybody and get me the fuck off.
It wasn't a bad run.
It's safer. Honestly, I think it's safer.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. I don't like cruising along at 110 beside other people doing 110.
Because they move around.
Yeah. And it would suck even more for like Dylan. So at least my bike's got a little bit of power. So if I twist the throttle on, I can accelerate away from a fucking problem. Mm-hmm. Dylan can't do that. Yeah. Once he's sort of up at 100 k's, he's the bike's maxed out. Like if he squeezes the throttle on to get from 100 to 110, probably takes him fucking a kilometre.
Yeah, give written notice that you're going to
be
passing someone. Yeah, it sucks. But you got to start somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'm keen for him to come to the track. I've been waiting on someone to come to the track with me because Joel won't because he's gay.
Fucking chance I'll turn the Harley around the track.
You won't even take it to the drags.
Yeah, I was going to. I just got it back. I'm not fucking flat out down a fucking drag strip with a brand new engine.
Mine was brand new.
It was not.
It only had 1,000 k's on it.
Yeah, mine only had about 5 on a brand new engine.
Then what's the difference to it now? It's still the same.
Oh, it's got a fucking bit over 1,000 on it now.
Yeah, but you haven't touched it. You haven't done anything. You haven't serviced it or done nothing. So
I need to do that.
So it's the same shit. You might as well have punished it from the start.
Probably should have.
Treat it mean, keep it keen.
Yeah.
I blipped her up on the back wheel when we left Omens as well.
Yeah. His neighbours would have loved it.
Just for a second.
As you took up.
As we drove out of his street, I've just down his... It was only a few houses in down his street, and I just first gear just flat out. Just and then backed off at the corner. Didn't change gears, didn't do nothing.
Just made a whole heap of noise.
Yeah. And then because it got dark, when we turned off at Pete's Ridge and started coming down, I started slowing right up because I couldn't see fuck all because my visor's tinted.
I hate riding in the rain, in the bloody dark.
I didn't know, but Joel and Dylan have got their visors up the whole way.
Oh, shit.
So they can at least see something.
I can see. I take clears in my little saddlebag.
And we get to the bottom, we get to the ferry, like at Wiseman's Ferry, and Dylan looks over and goes, "Did you have your fucking visor down?" And I said, "Yeah, because fuck getting shit in my eyes. My eyes always end up fucking burnt and shit from the wind and fucking."
Yeah, no, sucks.
You can't see jack shit. You can't see jack shit with a tin visor if you're in a lit up street with street lights and shit. Yeah. It's shit house. Let alone going down Mangrove Mountain with no street lights or nothing.
Yeah, you really need to pack. Do you take like a backpack?
I did that time only because I took a propeller up to Omen's place.
Yeah, you need to be packing a bloody
I wouldn't.
visor or something with you.
I do have a clear visor. I don't know. It's better. It's probably better if your helmet just has a clear visor and you just wear sunnies.
Yeah.
Or those little flick down sunnies. They're pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, but they're shit helmets.
Are they crap helmets? Are they? I thought that'd be more expensive. But they've got
they just look gay.
Yeah, but it'd be beneficial.
Yeah. I used to wear sunnies. I used to have clear visors, wear sunnies. It starts to hurt your head where your sunnies go through.
Because the helmet pushes against your head. Yeah.
If you got a proper fitting helmet.
It's easier just to not ride in the dark.
Right, yeah. Or just pack clears.
Just be more sensible and leave early.
Don't get carried away with chatting.
Yeah, don't stay late.
Well, we kind of left down here late to get up there, sort of late.
Yeah. We probably should have left a little bit early, but it sort of worked out.
We didn't leave down here till like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it took, I think, it was about 3.5, 4 hours by the time we got to Omens.
No wonder you left late.
No,
but we stopped.
Bit over.
It was
11.
at least 3.5.
Yeah,
I think it was closer to 4.
It was,
but by the time we stopped for
$2
lunch and shit or whatever, yeah, that's why it took so long up there. It still would have took.
We're still there for a couple of hours.
2.5 hours home.
We should have got home just in the day. If we left like an hour earlier, we would have still got home just in the dark.
Yeah.
But down Mangrove Mountain would have been alright.
Yeah, I fucking hate the dark.
Yeah, it was. Oh no, it was a pretty good ride, really.
So that was your weekend as well, Joel?
Yeah, I went and helped Simon Troy run an engine and a gearbox in.
Yeah, I saw a video come up with the
down at Dargle.
flash sticker on the side of that boat.
Yeah, we get that up. He had that for a little while now.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
We stuck that on there at Yarrawonga, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would have been Yarra. Yeah,
I did. I stuck it on there at Yarra.
But yeah, that's all I did. Yeah, and then went. Oh, I went to Butler's 40th as well.
Oh yeah,
I heard about that. Yeah.
Where was that at?
Down at his caravan park at on the river.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, fair few people there.
Yeah, it sounded like a good bloody
It was a good night. I knocked over 2 kegs.
Then you just went to the...
And then we went to the Wisentree pub.
I remember seeing some of the photos and shit in our group chat.
Oh, that's right. They started ringing.
We were out too, and I'm at the bar. And my phone starts ringing. I think, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, that was Bree ringing.
I looked up. The girls are up on the dance floor, and they've rung the group chat. And I'm like, I'm just at the bar, but then these picked up because they're at the fucking Wiseman's pub. And yeah, they were doing fuck all, sitting there around a table doing nothing. And we were at this mad nightclub.
Doing nothing.
No, it was fucking sick. I had a mad time.
Yeah, that was the week, innit? You know, getting a bit of sport, eh?
Send it.
Meh, fucking meow.
So, who had Christian Horner downloading the Job Seeker app on the bingo card this week?
I don't think he has to seek one. I'm pretty sure he's going to Mercedes with Max in.
Yeah, I know, but he would have gotten rid of the WhatsApp.
It wouldn't matter. He's getting like a $66 million
He got
payout.
a huge payout, eh?
$66 million. Just retire.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, well, if you're going to get $66 million payout from Red Bull and then go get a job offer from somewhere else, like, why wouldn't you take that? No worries.
Yeah, he's going to Mercedes with Max.
Mercedes, you reckon?
Nah, Max is staying there now.
Toto's in the building, like he's there.
Yeah.
Well, I had there was a story of I don't think he'd bother going to Cadillac. Cadillac would be a good idea for him. He's built Red Bull from the start. He'd be able to build Cadillac from the start. I don't know what the relationship between him and the Adrian Newey, because they were working together at Red Bull, and Adrian Newey's going across to Aston.
Yep.
Mate, there's a few teams there that could take him on.
They might not want to with the scandal. That's the only reason he got the sack, apart from Max's dad hating him.
That was ages
he got
ago,
past
though.
the scandal.
Yeah.
No, it had nothing to do
that
with
was
the
ages
scandal.
ago.
No, he
That's what the reports were.
Nah, that would have just put blood in the water. That's all that would have done.
Yeah, he would have got sacked fucking 12 months ago.
Yeah, it's the problem. It's the problem with Max, bloody well not leading, and I reckon a lot of the conversations have sort of come around the fact that Max is reported to be chasing somewhere else. They're going, okay, well, Max's family, Max's old man, Yoss, and Christian Horner don't get along. So they would have either Max has gone and they've just said to Christian, well, you can go too, or Max has said, if Christian goes, I'll stay.
Yeah.
That's a possibility too. Because, yeah, supposedly Yoss, who's Max's old man, really doesn't get along with him. So
Why not, though?
because Yoss is supposedly an arsehole as well. Well, look, it's cutthroat. Formula One is that. That's just how it is. It's not sunshine and rainbows.
He's delivered a few championships though.
Yeah, but so did Vettel, and he walked away.
No, I mean,
Like you don't stay there all the time.
Horner's been there through all
Horner's
of them.
been there
20 years.
He's been there for the build-up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It was just a party team before he turned up.
Yeah, so it's a bit hard to sort of sack someone that, has been there and done all that for you.
Yeah, I know, but it's Formula One cutthroat, and I think that helmet Marco, I think he's a real arsehole, and he's got a lot to do with the drivers getting shunted around as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's obviously not a very good place to work at the moment. So I think Christian's probably better off buggering off.
Not a good team environment.
No. Anyway, so got a bit of hydros over in Valleyfield to start this week off.
Oh yeah, I seen Ken Lupton got the lap record in Valleyfield.
Yeah, what speed was that?
Just short of 160s I seen down the straight on the video.
Yeah.
No, but didn't you get a time record?
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah, right here. 31.764 seconds.
It'd
I don't know how big the track was, but yeah, that's it. The video looked. It was a good lap.
Yeah, it was
a good lap.
I think Chris Dravitt put it on the HSG pit crew. I'm pretty sure Chris has been putting a few things up, but yeah, the bloody thing's looking good.
Yeah.
I don't know what the old time was, but they were like the reports coming from Valleyfield was that was a bloody good time.
Yeah.
So bloody good to see.
He knocked him off for top spot.
Pardon?
He knocked him off for top spot. So he says in the HSG page.
Oh, that would have just been the bloody out-qualified the rest of the field.
Yeah. Well, he would have because he'd done that.
Yeah, for sure, because of the record. So in the final, we don't have a lot of the information coming out of there with like races won. The final race was actually called off, but the qualifiers was GP35 Brendan Kennedy, GP79 Jeff Bernard, GP757 Kent Henderson. I think that's got a lot to do with the Henderson hydroplanes family.
Bert Henderson, maybe, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Would make sense.
It'd make sense, but you'd never know over there.
Then GP57, which is Ken Lupton, GP50 Bobby King, and then Jack Lupton made it into the repechage because of a blown engine. Is that right?
Yeah, he done an engine in one of the earlier heats, so he ended up in the repechage or the consolation, I think they call it over there. Yeah. And he won that, which put him into the final as the
outside pole.
Yeah, I don't know whether he actually gets into the final or whether it was just like a.
I thought
what do you call it? Like a reserve.
I thought I read it as he got in, the winner gets in.
Yeah, I thought it was like they had something there like a trailer boat or something, which I thought was like a reserve. So yeah, I don't know how many boats they could run on that track. Like five GPs is a fair bit if they're running side by side. 6 might be that one too many, maybe, I don't know.
They still run the U1 boats at Valleyfield, don't they?
No idea.
I'm pretty sure they do. Anyway, so unfortunately the final didn't get to be run. There was a heap of videos coming out.
Got rained out or something. Yeah,
the bloody pits were all flooded.
That's wild, eh?
It's shit. Like we've seen massive race meetings just getting called off, and like the amount of effort that turns up for our race meetings in Australia, Australian people, Australian boats going to a race meeting, that's shit when they get called off.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got people from the other side of the world going there to race, and the finals called off. That's worse.
It's one of those things that you just cannot control.
Can't do anything about it. What were you going to say, Joel?
That he was getting into the final for that.
Yeah. All right, we'll run through supercars at Townsville. Friday Arvo, they had a race. Kostecki got pole and raced through to victory. That was his first race win for DJR. Cam Waters got second. Anton De Pasquale got third. On Saturday, Brock Feeney got the win. Chaz Mostert got second. Matty Payne got third. And on Sunday, Brock Feeney got the win. Will Brown and Chaz Mostert. Will Brown's he's just kicking ass at the moment. This episode is brought to you by Riverstone Radiators and Fabrication in Walker Street, South Windsor, specialising in automotive plant and transport cooling solutions. They can repair copper, brass and alloy radiators and intercoolers. Contact the office on 02 9627 4657. Local pickup and delivery service available to trade customers.
I've seen some whinging today about the Red Bull cars. They want them to swap their controlled supercar ECU with someone with another Camaro down the back of the pack because they reckon they're the only two cars in the field that can hang on to their tyres for a lap distance.
Yeah, I think
a race distance, I should say.
I was listening to an interview from one of the engineers, Martin Short, which is Brock Feeney's engineer, and he said he went from where he was working. No, it was Andrew. What's his last name? The engineer on Will Brown's car. He went from Brad Jones Racing to 888, and he said that it's the tool. It's not the tools that they've got at the racetrack. It's the tools they've got back at home in the workshop. They know how to. They know what the car's done well and what it's done shit, and they can fix it at the next meeting. Like, they know the car a lot more. Yeah. And I know they built the car as well, but so did DJR. DJR just don't have the money or the people anymore. Yeah. Like they did when Scotty Mack was over here in Penske.
Yeah, but that's still the same workshop.
Same workshop, mate. But
they don't have all the same tools.
But they don't have the same people. The ability is clearly not there compared to what 888's got. It just, the setup is
It'd just be like so buying new parts. They wouldn't be buying new parts all the time like they would have been.
Well,
if you know they're making gains from doing that, though, wouldn't you invest like a good chunk of your budget there?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Like someone at the workshop to look into those kind of things?
Well,
like
Triple H just does it better.
Even or just take them away from somewhere else?
And if they're cheating, it'll be bloody interesting because there's a lot of noise about other people cheating. So, yeah, look, I don't know, but that's the story that I heard that, yeah, just the way they do things and their processes are really, really good. Because they were nowhere. Brock and Will Brown were qualified like out the back, like 19th and 20th or 15th and 20th or something like that. Yeah. Like stupid. And they ran through the field. But the way they can turn their weekend around so easily is it's incredible. So whether they're cheating or not, that's a massive effort.
Be interesting to see where they are next year.
Well, that'll be a massive telltale, won't it? Because they're supposedly getting a fair bit of Mustang stuff this year.
Yeah, they'd be working on it right now.
Well, the changeovers happened. There was a DJR didn't want to get rid of they only just bought a new race workshop off Herod's. Rob Herod had the deal up there to be building all these engines for supercars, and DJR bought it off him and invested a heap of money, and then 6 months later, Ford said 888's going to get the homologation team deal. So then DJR's gone, well, we've just invested all this money to do this job, and you've taken it off us. We want money back. We want compensation for it. Mm. So that's why.
Yeah, but they just buy the engine building.
The whole their workshop setup. So tooling, machines, all that sort of shit. They'd have bought all that, and then they lost the contract.
That still benefits them, but regardless, they've already spent the money.
Yeah, but they're not building engines anymore. Everything is done by the one supplier. So 888 will now be building all the engines. So,
Well, they don't have an engine builder.
well, they are the engine builder. They're tooling up now themselves
Yeah, right.
because KRE wouldn't build them for them. Couldn't build them for them because Chev moved the thumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what the big hold-up's been. So that's all resolved now. So I'm guessing that DJR got a kickback off either Ford or 888 or whatever. It's now full swing, and supposedly August we see the Supra, and I'd say October or something like that we'll see the Mustang.
We'll see them both doing laps at Bathurst.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. That'd be nice. Because, yeah, as far as I know, 888's wanting to do an upgraded body kit to suit the Dark Horse, because they're going to want to put their own spin on the car. And we all know what 888 can do compared to what a lot of other teams can do. It'll be a cheater engine, or it'll be a cheater car, but 888 seems to get away with it. Anyway, Brock Feeney's leading the championship, 1,759 points. Cam Orders in second, 1,341. Matty Payne in...
No, you're way out there.
Bullshit. No, that's not the fucking points. No, that's wins.
Yeah.
Fucking...
The points were right, but they're in the wrong order.
Yeah, they're just in the
wrong
wrong
order
You
because
reckon
that
that's
was
what it is?
yeah.
Yeah. He's about 180 points ahead.
Yeah, so
15.
Will Brown's they're both
30. Yeah, no, that's right. Because that's on, yeah. Okay, so Brock Feeney's points 1759. Then Will Brown's in second, 1539. Then Matty Payne's in third, 1524. Cam Waters in fourth, 1341. So yeah, as you said, the numbers were right. They were just in the wrong order. Rightio, so we'll jump to NASCAR over in Sonoma. SVG ran the Xfinity and the Cup races on the weekend. So Saturday he was in the Cup race. Shane qualified on pole. Connor Zilic got Shane on the last safety car restart. They were racing pretty good. Connor was right up his ass most of the race. It was actually a really enjoyable race. The final pit sequence of the race, just before the end of stage 2, Zilic was able to get past him and hold off Shane to get the win.
That was a good race, them fighting for the last lap.
Mate, I love that.
I seen a thing the other day that Gizzy wants Connor to be his teammate in the Cup Series next year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Connor's going to come across because Suarez is out.
That's what Gizzy wanted.
Yeah, well, Daniel Suarez is not racing for Trackhouse next year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm guessing that that's probably what's going to happen. Mate, anytime any of his teammates have a win, like Ross Chastain or Suarez, it's not really that interesting. Like, he won the Coke 600, and I haven't heard anything about it. But as soon as SVG does anything, it's massive news. So
it
Shane's
is here.
got a bit of... Oh, you reckon it's not over there?
Probably not.
But when his teammate wins over there, it's probably massive news over there.
Maybe.
We're just not seeing it here because we don't really give a shit.
But it's a big thing because Shane's this new player.
Yeah.
And he's pissing a lot of people off because he's fast on the racetrack, on the road courses.
Yeah.
Like, it has to take so much more skill to be fast on a road course compared to an oval. Yes, I know.
I was listening to
very technical.
What are we talking here? I was listening to it on a reel. That you got to be like, to be competitive and pass someone, you got to be like a second faster than them in lap times on their road courses.
On a road course.
Otherwise, you're just nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, righto. Well, I would have thought.
Yeah, you're not beating them by tenths to actually get them and pass them on their stuff. It was like half a second or a second faster in your lap time.
Is that because their race courses are really hard to pass on?
I'd assume so. Yeah.
Look, I enjoyed watching.
I didn't watch the race, but I watched the highlights of him and Gizzy was all over his ass, fucking smoking him.
Connors.
Yeah,
Or-
and just couldn't get past him.
Yeah, okay. So that's what it was.
Yeah, he just had that little bit more.
Yeah, but then when Shane was in front earlier on in the race, Connor was right up his ass. There was a couple of times when he'd leave, but then Connor would get him.
Yeah,
So whether that's playing a game or not, I don't know. But hey, it was good, enjoyable race to watch.
they're on the same team in that
Yeah, yep.
Infinity one anyway.
JR, which is
Earnuts.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah.
Anyway, so on our Monday morning, their Sunday afternoon, Shane got pole again in the Cup race. He smacked their ass. 97 out of 110 laps that he led to take victory. That extends his streak of road course wins in NASCAR. He got a few different stats over the weekend. Most laps ever led at Sonoma. Fastest to 4 Cup Series wins. That was his 4th Cup Series victory in his 34 race starts.
We mentioned that last week, that he equaled Jimmy Johnson last week with three wins in 33 starts.
And well, so that a little bit further down, I've got here, that's still down the 3 wins in his rookie season, tied Jimmy. So that must have been last week we were saying that he was coming up to it.
Yeah.
And then back-to-back wins from pole. Became the first Cup Series driver since Jimmy Johnson to win consecutive races after starting from the pole position. He's won all 3 races this season after earning the pole. So yeah, he's making some good gains over there, and it's bloody enjoyable to watch. I'll run a little bit of IndyCar on Saturday. Scotty binned in qualifying. He come up, I think he was coming up to start his run, and just spun it, backed it into the wall, peeled the arse out of it.
He's having a shocker this year.
Oh,
that's
it's
for sure.
horrid, man.
All of them are. Didn't Will's engine smoke itself?
That was in the second race. In the first race, the Penske's actually had a really good run. Scotty worked his way through the field. He got to 4th. Will Power come 3rd. New Nuffin come 2nd. And Mexican Pato Award, he got the win.
So we had another winner.
Yep. No, I think Pato Awards had a win. I don't know.
I thought we'd
at
only had
stats.
3 last week.
Didn't he win last week?
No.
Oh, I can't bloody remember now. Memories are hard.
No, Pelot won last week.
Oh, Pelot, that's right.
Okay, so Pelot got 5th, so he was top 5. Kiwi Marcus Armstrong, he come 9th. Kiwi Dixon, he come 10th. And then on the Sunday, Scotty qualified right up the back again. I don't know what happened to that. Alex Pelot got the win. Scotty Dixon got 2nd. Marcus Armstrong got 3rd. Unfortunately, Will Power shit an engine through the race. And Scotty Mack, off the start, can't remember who he was running behind, but they had a big spin and then washed the front out of Scotty's aero. So he's just gone bang straight in the wall.
Yeah, right.
It's a horrible run. I was picking Scotty to knock Pelot off for the championship this year, but
That's not happening.
that was not happening months ago. Yeah, he's had a shit run.
He put a post up I read today that like he's having a fucking massive shit run, but he said his mental and headspace is still happy off the field.
That's awesome. Yeah, life's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He
right.
said everything's still good, like over here. It's not like he was over here
Yep.
in the down days.
Well, he's obviously mentally stronger
Yeah.
because of the shit days over here.
Yeah. Well, he went through that stuff in 2017, and then he got that some coach or something.
Yeah.
I don't
Emma
know if
Murray.
it's life coach or whatever she was.
It was the Tigers.
Professional thing or whatever they did.
I can't remember what it is.
Sports stars.
It's sports coaching.
Yeah, it's something to help them through dealing with the losses and the wins and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
I watched a bit of MotoGP yesterday as well. Watched Watched it on the stream. Marquez is just smoking it again.
Yeah.
He's just, it's like he can't get beat on that bike, eh? I think like the last 3 or 4 races he's qualified number 1, won the sprint race and won the GP, and he did the same thing again this week. He just he had a little bit of a mishap in the sprint race. The sprint race was wet, so he obviously started on pole. He got a gun start, but he just ran in a bit too hot in the first corner and went wide, and I think he dropped back to 4th or something like that. Might have even been a little bit further than that. By the time he got back going again, he settled into his rhythm. Then he slowly started coming back and picking him off, and he got there in the end, which we sort of knew he was going to. The rate he was sort of catching him at, but it took him pretty much the whole race to get to the front again. But the speed of that bike was just like shitting all over everybody else.
But then that comes back to the same conversation we had about Triple R. Is he Triple 8? Is he cheating, or is he just really good?
I don't think you can really cheat on them bikes. Like there's not much really to them.
But you wonder how they're so good.
Yeah, well, I
Good
think
rider.
I think
that's a rider thing.
Good rider, good bike.
The Ducatis
What is
have always been a good bike. They've always been like super fast. It's been hard to get them to corner, but I think they're slowly getting them to corner now. But it took a while for Ducati to win a championship. The first one would come with Casey Stoner. And then after that, it still took them a long time to get back to winning a championship again.
Someone to ride the bike.
But now they seem like if you haven't got a Ducati, you're down the back. That's right. Mark jumped to Ducati only like 2 seasons ago, and he was on the Honda, and he was pushing that Honda as hard as it could go. And he ended up with a few injuries and stuff, and missed a whole heap of races because he was riding it way too hard. And I think Quartararo is probably in a similar spot too right now because he's on the Yamaha, who, you know, the Yamaha give him a start, Honda give Marquez a start, and they don't want to leave. Mm-hmm. They don't want to leave that team, but if you want to win another championship, you kind of got it.
But they're not performing, you've got to do something.
Yeah, I'd love to see like Quartararo jump onto a Ducati as well and watch him battle it out.
It'd make for better battle, like better racing, wouldn't it?
Well, the MotoGP, I don't know whether it's just because Marquez is so good, or whether it's just the bikes they're just a bit spread. But you watch like the Moto2 and Moto3, they're like, there's passes and shit going on all the time, and they're always grouped together, those things. So maybe it's just the GP, like, bike, like the scenario, that it's a bit more spread out, and it's probably not as entertaining. The missus actually liked the sprint race because it was entertaining because Mark went back in the field, and it was entertaining watching him get past everybody and catch back up to the front. Where if he just led that race from start to finish, it sort of would have been
just boring.
A bit boring, yeah. I did see, which I've never watched before, I forget what they call it. I think it's Rookie Cup. We got a little Aussie racing in it as well. I forget his name. Starts with C. It's like Connor or Chad or something like that. Carter, I think it is. Anyway, they're pretty cool little things. I'll be getting into them. They come on. So I very rarely watch the MotoGP live. It's normally always on the stream, and sort of normally once it's finished and the presentation's done, I sort of normally just switch it all off. But I let it keep running this time, and it ran into this other thing which I'd never seen before, the Rookie Cup. And yeah, they're all like, it's a Red Bull thing. Like they're all on identical bikes, identical sign right and everything. And yeah, they look pretty cool, so I'm going to get into watching them now.
Buy a second-hand one and go.
Yeah, I don't even know what sort of bikes they are or anything. I literally watched it last night, and I was like, shit, they look cool. So I'll do a bit more research on them and watch them a bit.
Get around it.
I probably got a little bit excited because there's an Aussie in there. So
well, that's always a good way of starting.
Yeah, righto. So that's a good sports week. We've fucking a lot of shit happening.
Yeah, a fair bit went on.
We're going to some questions. We got one here from Mikey Johnson again.
Again, Mikey sends in plenty. Here we go.
Boys, hope we're going well. Going back a few episodes, don't really want to go down the rabbit hole of cell orientations again, so I'm only going to bring up one part, regardless of my feelings. But just an interesting fact that a lot of people don't know about the lever-style system seatbelts. There is actually a specific way you should attach them so that they come off properly, because a lot of people used to get caught up in those latch style seat belts. And I can't remember who I learnt it from, so thank you to whoever taught me. And I did try it in the cellar orientation, so it was good for that. You put your 2 shoulder belts on first on the clip, then you put your waist one on last, so that when you release the latch, the waist one pops off first, which takes the both up and down pressure off. You only end up with up pressure. The shoulder belts pull up and pull off together off that latch. So otherwise, when like you're an OCD person like me, I used to put on right shoulder, waist, left shoulder. When the left shoulder one releases and you fall forward more, it then jams the other the 2 belts on and stops them from nicely coming off. So just a little factor.
Yeah.
Cut off pretty quick.
Yeah, he obviously didn't record the end of it.
Yeah, when he says the
good.
waist, I think he's talking about the crutch belt.
Yeah, So we probably haven't spoken about that on here before. Otherwise, he wouldn't have said that. But I've known that for a little bit. But Simon Troy taught me that. I used to do the same thing: throw one shoulder on, then the crotch belt, then the other shoulder, until I had it explained to me to put the crotch one on last. So as soon as it falls off, then there's no tension anywhere on any of the belts. It all just falls apart. Now I do that every single time. Because if you, like Mikey said, if you have one shoulder, one crotch, one shoulder, as soon as that first shoulder one falls off, because you don't loosen your belts before you get out in an accident,
No.
they're still tensioned. So as soon as that first one comes off, that's keeping the waist belt nice and square. So as soon as that comes off, the waist belt twists.
Yep.
Because it's got weight coming down for the crotch and weight going up for the shoulder, and then it binds up. That's why people get stuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, it never even crossed my mind to do it that way. And then Simon Troy told me one day that you should do it like that. And I went, fuck yeah, that makes heaps of sense. And ever since then, I've been doing it that way. I've told a few other people. I didn't blurt it out to everybody, but anyone that asked or I thought or it come up, I sort of just went, oh yeah, no, I do it like this because that's how I was shown.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Well, I remember having a leak. It was a problem that I had with my helmet, and my helmet leaked in an orientation, and I tried to get myself out. I pulled my belts exactly like I'd normally done it, the OCD way that Mikey was talking about.
Yeah.
And I got jammed, and then I ended up cracking the shits. And I was talking to you, Mick, and you said about that at that time. Shit, that was a couple of years ago now.
Yeah.
And doesn't matter what's going on. That's how I show anyone that gets into their boat.
Yeah.
I always mention that because, mate, if we've got safety information between
100%.
us, we should be talking about it.
Yeah.
Because as Mikey said, he just did it because that's how it makes sense.
Yeah, well, the belts, the way the belts are, like the way the angles and stuff, the buckles are shaped.
Yeah.
It sort of lends itself to say, do it this way.
That's right.
So, yeah, it makes sense to do it. And, this one on first, that one on second, that one on third. It's all in a nice order.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're probably designed to go the way that we were using them.
And they're probably not designed to do what we're doing with them.
Yeah, but it works better.
Yeah.
Like in a car, it probably doesn't really matter because you don't. Well, I suppose if you're on
Just trying to
fire
get
or
out of
something,
fire,
you really
yeah.
need to rush out. But you don't. You probably generally don't have weight on. Like if you're in a boat and you're upside down, or because you're wet or whatever, the tension's all different on the belts. Like you could be laying on the belts, like making the tension a shitload more or whatever. If you're sitting in the seat in your car, the belts probably aren't that tight and they fall apart anyway because you're sitting sort of back in your seat and whatever else.
Well, it depends on in the cell.
Unless the car upside down.
Unless the car's upside down. Yeah.
But in the cell too, you're not fully submerged either. So you've still got
Everything's weird.
So you still got a fair bit of weight hanging on your belts.
Yeah.
Which it brings it back to the being familiarised with yourself underwater and comfortable.
Yeah.
That you can just lay there and breathe.
Yeah.
We've doing it. I've never really had an issue with them being stuck, but I'm also comfortable being sitting there.
I'm sort of the same. Even when we had that old cell, remember the old open lid thing?
The old F1 cell, yeah.
Yeah, like those belts, they were so
fucking
rusty
and
and shit house because they've been in the pool 100 times.
Realistically, that's a good thing for doing orientation.
Yeah, well, people used to get stuck in that all the time. I was always getting stuck in it, no problems. But because I'm relaxed underwater, because I've done scuba courses and stuff, it just, I don't know, you're comfortable.
You just know hang on,
you're comfortable being underwater. So you go, oh, that's stuck, and so you grab it and you pull it apart. Like it's not really a big deal. But people that don't have that sort of experience, they freak out as soon as the thing's upside down. They freak out, and they got to get out so quick. It's not funny. And if that happens in a crash, and something goes wrong, they're not relaxed enough to think about what's gone wrong and let's fix it.
You're just getting out.
Yeah.
But it's good to know. And we really should. I don't do it doing the cell test, explaining it properly like that either.
Yeah.
Or orientation, shouldn't they test?
We probably should.
One of them's coming up too on the 23rd of August.
Oh yeah, I'll have to book myself in for that.
Should be done early. We've got prior commitments that day.
What do we have on?
We still doing it?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Good news coming, but
oh, that's right.
Yep. So I
we won't say anything.
We won't say anything yet until it's actually 110% confirmed. But
it's
watch this space
in the drawing stage at this moment.
Well, people probably just heard the date. If they do a little bit of Googling, they'll probably work it out.
They'll
work something out.
As far as I know, last I spoke to Tracy, that's the date for the cell orientation.
Yeah, okay.
23rd on Saturday, which is the week before Dargle.
Yeah, righto.
That's annoying.
So yeah, thanks, Mikey, for that question.
It's annoying being so close to a race meeting.
Yeah, I know.
Your shit's all so wet and fucking, it's painful.
This
like
clock's ticking down. I need to get this friggin' boat done. I need to pull my finger out.
In saying that too, I've been meaning to ask Tracy. I meant to see, she was busy on the weekend when I was down there. Just down there with the motocross track. But I'm wondering if they're going to do something special with the licenses to drag a couple more people there, being 1.5 days out of the new season.
Yeah, well that will depend. I have inquired a little bit about that, but the only one that could really do something with that is New South Wales. Any other state, everyone's probably already got their license, or they probably won't hand out new ones.
Yeah, I was just there's probably a few people that haven't got a license, like you.
Yeah.
And Brandon, and there's a few other people that haven't got licenses.
Yeah, well, I was going to query it because they've done it before, like New South Wales. They basically do a 13-month license.
So you pay for like an extra, like the day license type.
Yeah, you kind of they'll give you your full license for a day license fee, but you've got to buy the whole next season's license.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't. You're not technically running under a day license.
Yeah.
But they're just basically giving you. It's like having, you can get your full license, you can get your half yearly. This is just like buying a 1 week license.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
You just pay a little extra, but yeah, you get a full license for next year. So I can't just pay the day license rate and just race that day.
Yeah,
I've got to pay the full rate,
the full rate, yeah,
plus a bit, and do all next year as well. So
yeah,
which that will suit me. I'm happy to do that. I'll if I don't get running by Dargle, I'll have to do some club days anyway. I should be doing club days anyway before I take it somewhere like that. So hopefully we can run some.
It'll come around fast too. That.
Yeah.
It is only.
I'm hoping the old man might be able to come down this week and have a look at the bottom end of that engine, and then we can flip it back up and put it back in.
6.5 weeks away.
Yeah, and then go test again.
And
see if it's happy. Get it happy, and then take it to a couple club days, turn some corners, and then go somewhere.
Flip it upside down and work on it again.
Yeah, that will happen. Maybe just not yet. I'll wait and see what happens.
All right. Well, we'll cover a bit of the HSG pit crew. Chris Drabbit, he went over to Valleyfield, so he was doing a heap of he was putting a heap of videos up. That was pretty cool. Personal videos going through of the hydro racing, and Tracy's been putting a few videos up this week, a couple of posts. Brady Kurtz, an Aussie in Speedway over in America, and Aussie girls at Donington in a women's world motorbike race championships.
We've had a fair few good Aussie Speedway riders, eh?
Yeah.
Going from here and going overseas.
Yeah. From a long time ago, as far as I can remember back, is sort of Todd Wilkshire. He was the first one I remember in Speedway doing really well, and then who else we have? Jason Crump. There's a long list of Aussies in Speedway riding that have won everything.
There's been a couple of decent circuit boat races go across to sprint cars as well. It's been funny seeing that they go across and then come back, go across, come back.
Yeah.
Crossy torched his leg on the first weekend.
Yeah. Troy Marlin had a go at that too.
Clayton done pretty well in it.
Yeah. We actually talked to him on the weekend about the sprint car. Yeah.
How they get all their speed out of bucking around with shockies. And
he said most of the speed around the track was the shock absorbers.
Wow.
Which they knew bugger all about. They learnt a little bit when they went to Dumsney's place.
Mm-hmm.
They went there and he sort of went through and showed them how to set this and set that and
what's
what.
Like, what did you say? Like a shocky dyno, I think.
Yeah.
Similar thing.
Yeah, it was pretty. And he said that most of their track tuning was done through that.
There's so much that you don't know how they do shit out.
Yeah. Well, shock absorbers aren't like a real straightforward thing either. It's not just like, oh, bolt this one on. It's a bit longer or it's shorter or it's fucking got more tension. There's all kinds of valves and stuff and compression and rebound and there's a fair bit that goes into. It's no different to forks on a motorbike, I suppose. Same shit.
Yeah.
They're different weight oils in them and
change is massive.
Yeah, lots of different shit you can change, and it's just a tiny little thing that just goes up and down.
The way they can control the car through that though as well is incredible. No, it's awesome. Different circuits of racing can be like you think you know what you're doing to go fast means nothing to the next style of racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like boats, because boats are pretty simple. You have an engine that makes power. You find a propeller that works with the right gear ratio. Then you're set. Then you can just tune your boat up.
Yeah, but I can guarantee you that there's shit that other people could do with their boats that we don't even know about.
There's differences, but there's a lot less shit to get right.
There's no shock absorbers.
Yeah, no shockies, no tyres, no tyre pressures, no fucking.
Yeah, you got prop slip, or you don't have it, or you got too much.
That's what I really like about boats. You don't have to go and buy a set of tyres for a race.
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day when the old man went racing, he used to race motorbikes as well, and that was ended up costing way too much money. So he found the cheapest kind of motorsport you could get into, which was boats, because there was no tyres, no shockies. It was cheap.
Rock up with your fucking singlet and boardies and a pair of thongs, and away you go.
Yeah.
And they only put thongs on because their feet start to hurt. Yeah. All right, we'll get into meme of the week.
Meme of the week.
Send them through.
Rightio. Hayden, your one?
Yep, send mine out.
Two women were playing golf. One teed off and watched in horror as her ball headed directly toward a foursome of men playing the next hole. The ball hit one of the men. He immediately clasped his hands together at his groin, fell to the ground, and proceeded to roll around in agony. The woman rushed down to the man and immediately began to apologize. "Please allow me to help. I'm a physical therapist, and I know I could relieve your pain if you'd allow me," she told him. "Oh no, I'll be all right once I get to hospital," the man replied. He was in obvious agony, lying in the fetal position, still clasping his hands between his legs. At her persistence, however, he finally allowed her to help. She gently took his hands away and laid them to the side, loosened his pants and put her hands inside. She administered the most tender and artful massage for several long minutes until he exploded in his pants. She smiled shyly and asked, "How does that feel?" "Feels great, but I still think my thumb's broken."
Nice.
That was a bit of misdirection. All right, I'll do my one.
A ship sinks in the South Pacific, and the only survivors are a man, a dog, and a sheep. They manage to find a piece of wreckage to hang on to, and after a day or two, they wash up on a deserted island. The man looks around, and there's plenty of fruit and fish and fresh water, but he's all alone. Just him and the dog and the sheep. A couple of months pass. The man is surviving and thriving, but he's getting lonely, and that sheep's starting to look awful seductive. Eventually, he gives in to temptation. But as soon as he gets near the sheep, the dog starts barking and biting and chasing him off. This continues for the next 3 months, the dog chasing off the man every time he tries to make a move on the sheep. One day, the man is walking along the beach to take a cold bath in the ocean when he sees a beautiful woman on the sand, unconscious. He runs over and resuscitates her and spends the next week tending to her injuries and learning about her. She was a pilot, and her plane crashed into the sea in a gale and just happened to wash up on this deserted island. The two of them grow close, and one night she asks him, "I know you're awful lonely here. Is there something I can do for you to repay you for helping me?" The man says, "Yeah. Can you take the dog for a walk for a couple hours?"
Fucking Kiwis.
Yeah, I was going to say that's for our Kiwi mates. All right, here's Joel's one.
Have you always drank this much, Mr. Truman?
No. Went for 11 straight years without a drink.
What happened?
Turned 12.
Oh, that's an old one, but a goodie.
Turn 12.
Yeah. All right. Well, that about wraps up for the week. Send your questions in to the High Speed Garage Podcast at gmail.com. And yeah, find us on the socials. Give us a like and share and everything with YouTube. And subscribe. Subscribe's a good one. Or download the podcast to get. It does something for us. Really should work that out. And yeah. Thanks for the week, guys.
Get on the HSG Pit Crew group and see you at St. George.
No worries.
See you there.
Bye.